Hey, what's up, everybody? I am joined today for this Ritual of the Night Randomizer tournament match by Maximus. Hello, Maximus.
Hey, hey.
So starting out with a Warhorse's key and the key item chest, we've got Axel versus Dr. Marks out tonight. What are you expecting?
I don't know. So Marks has been sped up over the time we played. Marks has sped up a lot. Like both these guys have really good movement. But I'm definitely wondering how much of this is going to come down to combat and of course luck for drop rates.
Luck in this game? That reminds me, I should probably start the timer. I haven't made that mistake in a while. Add a good 45 seconds to this, but yeah.
So a flame cannon to start.
We got a vanilla starting purple. You know, in the older versions of this game, because Flame Cannon was so easy to upgrade, it ended up being one of the very best purples. Like a true top tier. In the current version, though, it's kind of subpar, even below average. We don't see it used too often.
Yeah. We have bromide in that galleon map chest. So I feel like we've been seeing bromide on boat a lot, but these zip seeds have made it not matter as much.
The zip seeds are a little bit more common in the Ritual Rando than non-zip seeds. But I'm feeling like we're gonna get, you know, at least one of these will be on the longer side, fingers crossed. I do love a good zip seed, though. So both players are on nice pace, although Axel's got the small execution advantage early. I haven't seen too much in the way of good item or weapon pickups. It's been pretty middling. Oh, Strider Belt, there we go. That's something. Who will decide to go for the Strider tech? It's interesting, Maximus. We've seen Hapra, the record holder, opt against Strider Belt, going with comfort over slightly quicker movement speed. So it's certainly not required. I think just sticking with backdashes is fine. What do you think?
I can see it, especially with how much he integrates slides into his grinding or like farming. But also when you can backdash as fast as him, I guess you don't really need the belt at that point.
Yeah, Hapra acknowledges that it's faster, just not fast enough to make up the difference in terms of comfort. My own feeling is you can just put the Strider Belt on and only slide some of the time. I'm definitely a believer in the Strider Belt. Nice fight for Axel. A little bit dicey in terms of HP, but good time off of the boat, almost to sub 3.
I like Mark's trying to utilize head flail as well, and Axel might have done it as well. Just it's some pretty good damage, or at least early on, especially since the morts seem to be dropping it 100% of the time.
Oh, what would you like to buy? Oh, thank you.
Not too much in the shop.
Waystone's in there at the very least, and it seemed like standard ethers and such.
So,
What if it's
what would it be?
Getsuto off of Johannes?
How'd Johannes even get it? Well, that's nice. Oh, it's a recycling hat. Hang on, did you see, Maximus? What's needed to craft that thing? We might finally have a gun seed.
Oh, that'd be awesome. We'll definitely have to see.
I think we're overdue.
We'll see when March checks. Hopefully he checks crafting. Wow, very quick release Toad on Bone Mort on Axel's end.
It's hairband plus something else.
That might have been the lion maid. So, decent chance they might not get that crafting, but you never know.
Okay, so Mark's going to be doing some farming. Axel either going to skip that or save it for later. Kind of depending on if it's a zip seed or not. That makes sense.
Farming doesn't seem to be as fruitful in this seed. He planted potatoes, but rice is typically our go-to. Potatoes are a bit harder to work.
Uh-oh,
on
careful. Sorry.
Scrumptious.
But that's one of the downsides with that Strider Belt. Any enemy coming up from the floor, like those zombies, will interrupt your movement.
Writhing limb off of the bird. I wonder if Axel's gonna pick up on that or not. I don't know if rice is accessible or not at all, but usually writhing limb leads to halite and really easy rice balls.
I wonder if this is a money farm for Axel. Get those shards to sell later.
I think part of it was just making sure he got the quest done.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be it.
Oh,
A lot of times we'll
Mark's
see
also
people,
getting-
sorry, a lot of times we'll see people go for the quest at the left side. But if you're going to do it in the middle of a castle like this, just staying in that room a little bit longer makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's something I like to go for. Definitely, is just on the way, unless that the XP she gives is that good.
Okay, so both of our runners get the Bone Morte Purple on the way. No farm needed. So far, luck not a factor. That's going to change, though, real quick.
The Garden of Luck is coming. And these runners are close enough that any kind of farm can make the difference. I mean, Marks is just now entering Garden, and one more. Oh, well, he got Frog, but one more bad Frog farm, and he could have caught right up.
Yeah, second cycle for Axel. If it's the first cycle for Marks, this is going to be within like 10 seconds. No first cycle. Oh, interesting. Axel, I think, is skipping the pig.
Oh, really? Okay. We have seen before, like, that one room with the pig right at the beginning of it is really nice for farming it, but it is a little bit risky. Marks might be electing to skip frogs.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to skip one of these two, frog is going to be the more common skip. However, it might be something like, look, I'm going to go for frogs 2 times or 3 times, and if I don't get it, then I'll skip it. You got to know when to get up from the table, so to speak. Stop gambling. Wonder if there's going to be something similar in place here for this pig farm. You know, give it like a minute or 2, and then just bail.
I don't know.
Well, so far Axel has definitely had the luck advantage. That's a really nice blood grinder farm.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see what's on Plume Parma or the pig, as Mark seems to be committing to it. But the nice thing on Mark's end is he's also getting Blood Grinder and Barbados kills on the way. At least trying to edge that out as well.
This is just an excellent room for purple shards. There we go.
Aqua Stream. Oh, wow.
Ooh. So costly skip for Axel.
If this ends up being more of a zip, Axel might miss out on Aqua Stream altogether.
And It's Reflect Array on Barbados. That might be required early. Could be helpful late.
I don't remember seeing. Oh, nice parry. But I don't remember seeing boots in the shop. But at the very least, they can get up Cathedral.
Nice. Marks gets Reflect Array on the way. Just has to do the Blood Grinder farm here. Oh, gets that on the way.
Here we go.
And frankly, at this point, I would say Marks is actually slightly ahead. I think Aqua Stream is going to be a big difference maker.
Definitely. And I don't quite remember what was on Frog. I don't think it was anything important.
Yeah,
So
nothing to write home
definitely
about.
Made the right choice, kind of skipping them and going straight for Pig. We see Axel heading to the left to check for invert. I didn't see what white he picked up. But we're gonna see it now.
Yeah, it was shortcut in the other one, and here's the backup.
Okay. Backup invert's really helpful. Now, Reflector Ray isn't gonna be as important, but
Yeah, it's
at the
true.
very least they have movement. Oh, okay. Took the kill on
Definitely
Ordog.
some aggressive routing for both players here early. Axel not going to be sticking around for Ordog, at least it seems to be that way. There's the other one in the
At least
demon
not
room,
that.
but lately most people have done the other one, closer to the invert.
Oh, really? Okay. That's interesting. I always thought that that invert room was slightly slower. Axel going for the weapon.
Yeah, I think
Or the
people
crowd.
prefer it because there's no demon to interrupt your movement, but I think optimally you're right. I kind of like the middle one with the demon too. Okay, a little bit of random poison for Axel. It has the good sense to check the weapon for Gran. If this is Jeeble Glasses, there's going to be a lot of movement.
We see him heading up early. I wonder if he's doing. We've been seeing it a lot more often where people are going ahead and opening that shortcut above Craftwork. I wonder if he's going for that. Or if he's just skipping that bottom area altogether.
Meanwhile, Marks with the old school routes. Now, the advantage of this is you do get the gargoyle farm earlier, which can be something important.
And that accessory, which didn't lead to anything, but we've seen glasses there before.
So to answer a question from the chat here, the fishing sprite on the tracker is underwater access, not including invert. So Aqua Stream or Deep Sinker both qualify.
But they are able to go underwater if they want because of invert.
Yes. Just gold bullet from the gargoyle. Yeah, there are 3 ways underwater in this game. It's nice because the fishing sprite often doubles as a do you have Aqua Stream. It's just such a good combat purple. It can be helpful to know.
Oh yeah. Definitely, and Axel jumps down and gets the instant gargoyle.
Accelerator on Craftwork? No, Feral Claws.
Ooh, but a Valkyrie dress, that's a nice consolation.
Yeah, not bad.
And a Silver Knight. Well, Silver Knight can definitely be helpful in more like Zip Seeds. Especially with the blocking projectiles, he could definitely save you.
that I've turned up on monsters.
Okay. Mark's still heading down, maybe for the hat. I know some
So,
people
what'll it
still
be?
like to check down there, even if they have sword, in case it's like the Diabolist cap.
Yeah, hat and 2 blues. Pretty decent. Then you can like Waystone out of here. Hey, look, it's the Zangetsu toe.
Like to buy?
Again. And that Traveler's hat is excellent. That's, I think, the best offensive headgear you can find in a chest. Please correct me.
The best strength one, definitely. I believe so too.
Oh, what would you like to sell? Oh, thank you. Oh, what would you like to
Selling
buy?
the speed belt is,
What would you like to sell? There you
I don't know.
What
I don't know
is
if I
this
would have
called?
sold it
Thank
because
you.
we've talked about Accelerator getting boosted by speed belt, but then again, you know, Accelerator's so rare. I guess fair enough.
Yeah, once again, that's one of those edge cases where it's good to know that the speed belt works that way, the way that it boosts Accelerator, because when it does happen once every 15 or 20 seeds where you get both early, it can save you a lot of time, maybe even win you a race.
Axel's going for Ore Dog, it looks like.
Yeah, I stand corrected. Is going to opt for this middle room with the demon.
Let's just see if it pays off, because if this is a bad farm, it can just steal so much time away. Oh, purple. Thawed Tyab on Ore Dog.
Well, that more than makes up for not getting Aqua Stream. See, this is where I love divergences in terms of your farming approach. Marks skips. Ore Dog is going to lose out on Fall Tab, maybe for the whole seed. Meanwhile, Axel skips out on... Oh, who was it with Aqua Stream? The pig. And is not going to have that at least for a while. But still, good combat for both runners.
Definitely, and both of them can of course make up those lost farms if they head to towers or garden. But we'll just kind of have to see how their routing plays out. Marks is going ahead and going for Shield Outsider.
Now, I will say, the MP efficiency of Fall Tab might be better for farming. However, that was a good Shield Outsider for Marks. Flamethrower.
I think the big difference between these two is definitely going to be that glasses. That glasses would definitely help Marks this side on the Aqua Stream, but I mean either way it'll be great for both of them if they find it. I don't think Mark's picked up Barrage, which makes sense. Going farm to get here, but we might see if Axel gets a lucky one.
Yeah, in total, this is what Marks' third skip. Oh, another insanely good farm for Axel. It's been good for both runners. I mean, in a way, it's good that Marks has been so aggressive because you could never read how lucky your opponent's going to get. But as rando players, Maximus, you can relay, we always assume the worst. We always be pessimistic.
Yeah.
So, if you assume your opponent's going to get lucky, and maybe skip a couple of slower farms, there's a certain obligation to do the same.
Yeah, there's always, it's something that you really have to play around, is that what if in the back of your head. What if Ore Dog has it? What if he picked it up on the way? And that can really mess with you. And Axel, of course, going for Larage because, yeah, what if he got it on the way? Or what if Larage has it? can definitely be a game changer if it pays out.
Well, if it's
Meanwhile,
not here at
Axel-
Larage, that pretty much kills any chance at a Zip Seed. I mean, no one's gonna do 8-bit, so we can just strike that one out.
Whoa. Did you see what happened on Mark's side?
I did. I've actually never seen that move before.
That's crazy. He jumped high enough to get grabbed, and not only did it grab him, it got rid of invert.
Oh, that's what
That's
was going on
insane.
there. Weird, yeah. Anyway, really bad Larage. We're finally getting the bad farm.
Seen some rare phase 2 attacks from Jeeble too. He's kind of in that weird spot between Red Moon and phase 2.
Oh, I think Axel gave up on Larage. Fair enough.
Fair enough. I mean, a 40 kill Larage can just be the end of the run. It's so terrible. And it's a good I think it's a good idea because it's becoming more and more popular to skip it, so he can kind of assume that Marks is going it.
Yeah, plus, if Marks takes this route, which, yeah, this is the new standard where you go through the library, there's a Larage on the way here. This is a really excellent route, especially if you have Reflector Ray. And I like that Reflector Ray gets a little bit more utility with the library route active.
Reflector Ray is definitely a game changer for library route because it's a lot faster. You have to go like the long way around without it.
If you don't have Reflector Ray, it's arguably quicker to just go to the garden route, you know?
And then you still get to grab those accessories. Oh! The key item chest had a bunch of materials that might pay off for Axel if he takes a moment to check crafting. Could get some really good gear. Meanwhile, Marks is fighting Abyssal. Are you hoping for a lucky drop?
Always.
No,
Not this
no
time,
lucky
though.
drop. Okay. Just the pure insanity of if that drops DS by chance is it's crazy to me. Opting for head flail instead of balls tie out is a little odd to me, but whatever works.
Bolide Blast from Larage.
We're definitely looking at a blast. If blast is just instantly solves combat here with Bolide stun locking Dominique and destroying Veil.
You know, speaking of recipes, Mark's just picked up the Supreme Dish recipe. What is the Supreme Dish in the vanilla game?
Is that the ambrosia or is that all the special stuff like the steak?
I wish I
be
knew how to
ambrosia.
cook.
I don't remember much of the high-end cooking, admittedly. The only issue with a lot of those dishes is they take so many ingredients that very rarely will have the ability to actually make them.
Here's a question for you, Maximus. Are there any shared weaknesses right now between the runners in terms of routing? So, like, have we had any purples that were skipped by both? In the meanwhile, by the way,
No.
Skull
it
Necklace.
was going to be Larage. Yep. It was going to be Larage, but now that Marks has picked it up, that's no longer a factor. And we can technically say 8-bit, but I think that's a shared weakness for everybody.
For everyone. much like with Creature, the skip is the standard.
Scrumptious.
Axel got the one off on me with 8-bit. He decided, not anymore. So, sharing Marks' route both in the library here. Yeah, Obelisk Cap from Adriel. shard. All right, well. Accelerator off of the succubus, though.
Oh, wow. See? Okay, so speed belt here would have saved some time. And who knows where dimension shift is. Might end up going on a little bit longer. Gotta keep the speed belt IMO.
I think so too. I think that money that it could give you isn't as relevant until the end when you're doing your final shopping. So it's kind of just worth holding on to.
Yeah.
Mark's opting for a recipe here.
Yeah, at this point with that accelerator, I think you gotta say that Marks is probably in the lead here. I mean, might lose some time later, doubling back on farms that were skipped, but not that much.
Yeah, and even then, things like, I think he skipped Ordog. Things like Ordog, he's gonna just zoom through for the farm. The better question is if Axel's gonna skip it. Or skip Rulsha, I believe is what her name is. Oh. Very quick Larage farm.
Maximus, do you have a sixth sense of where you think Dimension Shift's gonna be?
I don't know. I might go for the classic guess of train, just because they do have that option, but we'll have to see. Marks is going for upper towers as well.
Because we don't have craft work and there's no dimension shift in sight, it's possible that Axel goes for the Rolsha farm.
Massive game changer if he doesn't, so I kind of hope so too.
What? Oh, Giga, jeez. Just fell through OD. That's not supposed to happen.
It happens. That chest can be inconsistent, which can be a problem when trying to fish for accessories.
What's the best way to handle that? Is it, do you just stand there? Do you do little short hops?
I do a lot of jumping personally. You'll see me do a ton of hops and then flip back just to ensure that the chest shows up.
This sounds like pressing A when the Pokeball is shaking to catch the Pokemon. We gotta do some science on that, see what really works.
Mark's not grabbing the warp in the tower. Which I guess if he plans to go ahead and do both purples, that makes sense.
Yeah, no need to come back. Although, in terms of skips, Dragon is maybe the second most common after 8-bit. It's a big auto-scroller, and unless you really need a key item, it's kind of an all-in play.
That and the chance of it glitching out, it's just a little
True.
much.
Yeah.
Oh. Axel setting up shortcuts, kind of the long way. If you guys didn't know, of course, if you don't have anything equipped to a shortcut, it won't touch that gear piece. You don't have to set every single piece up. You just need to set what needs to change.
Yeah, quite the opposite. It's better to only put one or two things on the shortcut. Some advanced shortcut tech. I didn't know that at all in my first casual playthrough. Yo, good call from Axel. Does equalize. That honestly keeps this a race. I think Marks was pulling too far ahead, but Axel's got accelerator and Dr. Marks is getting walled by Celiano.
But like I said, that filling in that he's doing and constantly having to update all his shortcuts, that's gonna cause problems.
Is Big Head the new meta? Good question from the chat. I believe the answer is yes. We're seeing it from all kinds of players. I think the results are speaking for themselves. There's a stealthy luck boost.
Oh,
Big Head.
wow. Very quick, Celiano.
Yeah, if Axel skips dragons, Axel's ahead. Straight up. Let's see. Although, to your point, actually, Maximus, I don't think you can do that with the... Actually, no, has Axel skipped the warp, or was that just Marks?
Mark skipped the warp. Axel hasn't gotten to the warp yet.
Oh, here we go.
Mark has to go second. I feel like with a lucky bird drop, I'd be going straight for train at this point. Because, I mean, when you want to talk about, like, density, I mean, train's got 4 purples, and this is a long detour just for
And
one.
2 blues.
Yeah, that too. Definitely.
And how many accessories is it? Is it 2?
2. Yeah,
Yeah, with
and they
reflector.
can get both of them because reflector ray.
Yeah, that's a good haul. Sometimes the caverns provides, but train is good for steady results, I think.
It did for a moment made me wonder if they were both going for that gamble, but it looks like Axel was just hitting the warp. Oh, he's 1 warp short of getting another book.
I think Axel is going to be skipping the dragon, so let's see. If this is it, it's a win for Marks.
I wonder if he was double checking that he had.
Dragons do
Oh,
not
he's-
provide Tornado Slicer and a map. On the boat we're already done with.
He's at least checking armor for Aegis. Oh wow, vanilla Aegis. That could matter. I don't know how much healing they had in the shop, because while you can damage boost, you do need the healing to damage boost.
Something I've really enjoyed about this set so far, we're seeing some unorthodox checks from both runners that are paying off.
I think Mark's heading left for maybe Ordog, but definitely for that accessory. Plunderers is nice though.
There's always the early Castle 2 Gambit. Oh! You know, I feel like what you could do is go in here and do the meme check. It's not even that much of a meme with Accelerator. Let's be honest.
Oh, go in, grab it, come out.
Now that would be ambitious. Actually, that's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. No, I was thinking you just go to the warp though, but hey, I think Maximus making a new meta live on stream.
Oh, craft work from the bunnies.
Interesting.
Marks is ready for Oriental.
Yeah, especially with that Aegis pickup. I'd be surprised if Axel ever got that, so Marks might have some resource advantages.
Yeah, with Aegis being locked behind dragons, I don't know if Axel will be close to doing that. Was Axel actually going to Castle 2 instead of Train? Okay. Oh.
This might be a great minds think alike situation. Critical ring. It's critical that you skip the meme check. Don't even bother. Aw, well.
Oh, he's actually going for the warp. Okay.
I guess we'll make some progress then.
Well, this is a pretty big divergence too, especially like we have seen races where Valefor has it, he's on the way, and you just run to the end of the game.
It's true.
Especially with Fald Tayab. If Axel gets lucky, he can just call it a day. At least for the race 1. I don't know if I'd go for Dragon here though. Maybe he's just going for it though, because that can be a very ambitious time loss.
You know, in a world where our PlayStation and Xbox and Switch brethren didn't have to deal with terrible loads, we could actually suspend, and that would open up so many strats for farms like Abyssal. We don't live in that world, though.
Yeah, both Abyssal, Carpenter, Revenant. Well, not Revenant. He drops first try, but Abyssal, Carpenter, and Demon Lord definitely be much more viable. Mark's having to farm the assassins. I guess he didn't get a lucky drop on the trade.
That happens surprisingly often, where the ninjas do not provide.
He doesn't have Fall Tyab to do your corner trick. Hit them through the wall. There it is. Venom. Okay.
I believe that's poison for both runners. I'm gonna tell ya, Volifar is a scary fight.
Without Aegis too.
Yeah.
People die here all the time.
Yeah, without any vertical movement. Oh well, he got a good setup.
Lucky. Lucky chips.
If all those chips are tall, he can't get through. That was a quick Balefar though. I'm not quite sure how much money he might have had.
Doesn't seem like much.
Is this all you have?
Wow. Totally broke. I think we've all been there. Dead broke.
Good planning. Void Ray's a nice prize.
Well, unless it's here at Bathin, it is not. Trains. A no-go.
See if believe in the glasses being in train.
Well, I shouldn't say it's a no-go. It did give us craft work.
Yeah, it did. Most people don't go out of their way just for the bunny, for the lilies. Ah, yep, that's a bust. But see, now Mark says that he can either go Castle 2, he could technically go underwater with Invert, or he can go to Oriental.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling caverns at this point. Oh!
Oh wow, the Miracle Jeebles spot. That's awesome.
Maximus, are you a subscriber to the conspiracy theory that Jeeble's glasses is slightly weighted to be in the bailout spot? I swear to God, it's there like 20% of the time.
It's awesome. He's equipping Skull Necklace too. But that does mean I know Marks is checking that spot. So while Marks might not have glasses up until Dimension Shift, once they get it, they're both gonna have glasses for Dawn.
What'll it be?
I don't think there's any chance he skips that.
Well, at this point, you know, you've got infinite MP. I think OSL becomes a more attractive option. At least for Marks, after Marks gets the glasses. You might do that before Caverns, because the farms become so much easier. For Axel, though, I think it's either Train or it's Caverns.
He's gonna go ahead and go for it, because I was just thinking, like, is he even gonna go down all the way to Tomb of Ice before OSL? But he's going for OSL now.
I think that makes sense. Try and double down on the train routes.
Yeah. looks like Axel going train, which would definitely put Marks ahead. All that time he lost to it is gonna come back.
Meanwhile, it is going to be train for Axel. It's possible that craft work is required, and without a fortunate Lily drop, it's a GG for Marks. Let's see. Honestly, with Accelerator Void Ray, what would your feeling be on doing that farm before the train?
I'd do it. I don't like risking having to come back for Lily.
Cow? Petra Ray.
No.
Dang.
I was about to lead into it, especially when it's here. We'll see. We still have the cat. At this point, though, it does look like Marks is going to probably find glasses at the end of the siege, which means he does need to find Dimension Shift as soon as Axel's just going to start gaining so much time from having all that power.
That's a beautiful fall tab rhythm. Perfect.
Oh, and this cat farm's going to be a little slower without the MP.
David with Accelerate. Oh, but gets an MP max up. Fortunate.
Cat just has so much health. And then the gap is so annoying.
Here comes Axel. Already has the ninja drop. Does not have Lily, though. But it's only going to matter if Cat or Carpenter has got something. Going to be making quick work of this sorcery lab. Oh, and a random Words of Wisdom.
On the foot for the person who has glasses.
Huge. That's like getting a rune ring in Aria when you already got a chaos ring. The best yellow, but not so much in this situation.
It looks cool.
A question here from Scott in the chat: how do you spam it that fast and still get damage? Yeah, so it's interesting. You want to spam quickly, but I think you want to hold down the button a little bit longer. If you just very lightly tap the button, it doesn't create an active hitbox. So it's like the voice sound effect happens slightly before the hitbox becomes active. So what I do is I'll do really quick tapping, but I'll make sure to really press down on the button, the shoulder button. And that works for me.
I think this early den route is really going to pay off because this cat's taking forever and Axel's just sped through train like it was nothing.
Unless it's just the cat.
Unless, definitely. I don't see Axel, because if they don't have good healing, I don't see Axel coming up to Oriental until he does Valak.
Now, how many purples do we got? Underground, we got 5, right? Decima, Decarabia, Amy,
and Volcano Mort. It's 4.
Am I missing one? No, it's just those 4. Yeah, without Ordog, it's just the 4. So, if it's not the cat here... Oh, Marks is giving up. Wait, oh, I don't know about that.
That's a lot. Oh. That's a lot of time sink.
It's a lot of time sink.
Which, I mean, I get it. Don't fall into sunk cost fallacy, especially if it doesn't have it. But he had one bad farm and now he's grabbing Fortune Toe. I think that's awesome.
Hey, luck works. Probably. We're not 100%, but it probably works. Now, you know what might be an interesting idea? If it feels like you've gone all in and you're low on options, what you could do is something like Kamikaze, and then just go 8-bit. You start doing the weird checks, right?
Yeah, well, with this much speed and glasses, it's very tempting to go 8-bit. Just to get it out of the way, and then just grab it just in case. But it's also one of those weird ones of, I don't know, everyone likes to do it either first or last. Oh! Oh, wow. Dimension shift on Decima.
It's 2 in the morning, and the caverns provide late at night. It's a cavern seed.
Oh my gosh.
I thought both runners had really nice routes overall. Interesting divergences, but Caverns wins. And Axel is going to be completely good to go. This is going to be a beatdown.
I'd say if Marks is going Caverns now, and he gets it, he'll at least get glasses on the way. But if Axel's already got the warp, he's got probably healing and of course glasses and dark magic. I think it's pretty much done. I think a lot of it definitely came down to that early den because of Jeebles just giving him so much speed.
Dimension shift.
It's a good point. Marks is not that far behind, right? So it would have been interesting to compare if both did early Castle 2. As it stands, though, Axel, barring a disaster, is going to win game number 1. We're going to have game number 2 right after. Currently, it's 0-0.
He has Void Ray too if he wants to play it safe. That damage with Fall, this isn't going to last long either.
Now, it is slightly faster to tap even when you have Jeebles. But that's only if you're really consistent with your rhythm, which so far Axel definitely is. Big damage. Although, big elbows.
Yeah. At this point, now that the fish are gone, I'd be switching to Void Ray, I think. Just to finish out the seed.
Because a lot of damage.
Ooh, that was a nice hop out of that. Oh.
Ooh! Alright, well, I mean, it wasn't really a beatdown.
Dom wasn't going down with a fight.
Yeah, exactly. Some good Dominique combos there.
This is why people preach Void Ray. Having to stay that close to her for Bald it's dangerous.
Alright, post OS Frog if you think it's gonna be Frog. Post Cat Jam if you think it's gonna be Cat. I don't know what we're doing for Demon. Oh, Cat Jam wins. What we're doing for Demon, Maximus. What's the demon emoji? I think I have it. I think I have it. That's the demon emoji. I love that one. We used to use that for Dawn of Sorrow speedruns. It's perfect. It's the right color and everything. Little Pepe, please.
A nice thing is, even though he rolled Cat, he has inversion, so he can just flip upside down and just blast it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that bad.
I like the tornado.
We had some weird
that's
shenanigans
weird.
there. Axel was holding down the button, but wasn't getting hits to connect. That's fine. Sometimes the game breaks slightly. You gotta just react to it.
No choice.
But that might cost him the cycle.
Sure does.
Marks is still exploring caverns though, so even if he dies here, I think he's got plenty of time.
Oh! Axel might die. But yeah, I mean, I think you have to do that twice for Mark's to catch up. Okay. That should be a win.
I love. How close am I? He's got 1,000 to go. 10 hits. Come on, man. A little more than 10 hits.
Time.
There it is.
Just as Marks gets Dimension Shift Axel defeats Bale, wins game number 1. We'll call that like a 45, a 49-55, something like that. I did start the timer late, but it's a sub 50 either way. Very nicely done. Good run.
Definitely. That early done. Those the miracle glasses were awesome.
Okay, we got the forfeit here from Marks. We'll have game number 2 after a quick break. Will it be decisive? Will this be the final game for Marks? Or will it go to game 3? We'll find out. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we're back with game number 2. Axel, the winner of game 1. Celeste Key on the boats. Definitely a very interesting match. Wouldn't quite call it an adventure seed, but definitely not a zip seed either. Some interesting divergences. We'll see what this seed has in store.
Definitely was a heavy routing seed because, you know, if this were like a bigger, multi-person race other than just these two, it really would have been who goes to caverns first.
You're right, and that's a good point. A 1v1 compared to a group dynamic definitely changes your approach. With a group dynamic, you kind of assume someone is going to stumble onto a perfect route. There are enough people in the community who go crazy with the routing. So, typically you aim for like a threshold, like top 3 or top 5, something like that. In a 1v1 though, where it's either win or go home, those crazy routes become more attractive. Oh, wrong DS on the boats.
And we definitely saw some very cool gambles early on too. But I'm curious to see if they go for any gambles again and if we see any more divergences like last time.
Question from the chat here. Are they working on a sequel to this game? Yes. That's been confirmed, although we have no information on it at the moment. We're still waiting on that final content patch for Ritual 1.
Very cool. Always excited for more Metroidvanias like that, though.
Yeah, especially for this series. I mean, the community has really grown over the past year. It's very much my hope that the Randomizer will make a return.
Oh, Valkyrie sword on the boat. And they have Kung Fu, which we haven't seen in a while, I don't think, or where it's mattered, but it's always nice to see. Very nice starting loadout. Excuse me, starting loadout from the bow.
Yeah, almost the total Valkyrie set. However, with Big Hat mode, sorry, Big Head mode, I think that treasure hat is a nice touch. It is a big hat. Yo, more early mac and cheese. Scarf that down, good call. Now, I have been pretty impressed with Axel's boat gameplay.
Congratulations.
3 minutes on the dot. Beautiful.
Marks isn't far behind.
Did Marks not get Vasquia?
He might not have. It could have been a lucky drop.
Still a good
but
fight.
Still,
Yeah, within
3
20
seconds
seconds here.
I like this idea here. I don't think they intentionally did it, but whoever loses game 1 has to stop using Big Head, so we know who's in the lead.
I should really add win icons at the bottom. I'll probably do that for the next set.
Transmuting this time.
Let's see what's in here.
Diablos.
Nothing.
Ribbon. It's really nice. No waste stones.
Oh, what would you like to
Rice and
say,
egg and
Carl?
sugar, though.
Thank
Food
you,
might be
Carl.
pretty
This
easy
is
to
what they
come by.
is, Carl. Oh,
Wait, was that an 8-bit coin?
hi.
Go ahead.
Is pleasure doing business? Is pleasure doing business? Is this right? Pleasure doing business.
Oh, 32 Bitcoin.
Okay. So, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Not a whole lot for now. Insta purple, it's reflector ray. You know, this can open up some interesting routing choices at the start of the castle entrance. There are some, not quite meme checks, but unorthodox checks. Also an insta for marks.
Oh, Axel going for a reflector ray for that chest rather than breaking the roof. That's a cool idea. You have to see if they go for, we've seen Axel likes to go up to Upper Cathedral early and open that shortcut, but we also have to see if they skip Garden or not with that, or if Axel does. With that early Voskia, glasses could make a big difference for Axel. There's so much DPS with glasses.
So this is one of those unorthodox routes I was talking about. Oh, let's go, Axel. Yeah, you just skip the garden. The idea is, look, you can get those later. And it's potentially a big time loss if your RNG is poor. So you just skip them. I think it's a cool idea. Will Mark's also go for it? No. Mark's going with the traditional route. So, if it's Dimension Shift in the garden, that could be really bad for Axel. Or if it's a really good combat option. Otherwise, Axel's going to save minutes here.
Yeah, it's almost... It's a lot like putting off Ordog, or even putting off Pigs till later. It's that classic, do I push this off even though it could be Dimension Shift? But difference here is if Marks gets it, well, he's gonna be ahead because I don't see Axel heading to Garden anytime soon.
Well, great frog farm, but
gets it-
just a chaser arrow.
If Axel gets it, it's huge.
This is looking like the best possible route. You skip Garden, which so far has had nothing. You go up, save a lot of time, and you get a great combat option. Very nice.
I don't know if he just put on Skull Necklace. We'll have to see how fast his MP drains.
Oh my god, that was some
Skull Necklace.
outrageous damage. Alright, Flamethrower is not bad. Flamethrower, but really, you know, it's the best purple in the game with Jeebles, and it's kind of low tier without it. So, you're happy to see it, but it's niche. Can I just say, sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
I don't I didn't know Axel did the math on that skull necklace, killing Zangetsu.
Yeah, we don't see that very often. That's actually genius. Normally it's not worth it for Aquastream, but in that case, definitely looked like it was. Just wanted to say for the record, I'm a big fan of how the combat meta changes with Jeeble glasses equipped. I think it's really cool. It's more variety in terms of what you can use.
Yeah, I think a lot of my favorite scenes have definitely been Jeeble's classes, but you're stuck with more niche shards. Kind of, you have infinite MP, now figure out how to make a lot of these mid-tiers better.
Yeah, if the randomizer had more options like removing certain shards, that'd be a really cool preset idea. It's like, you know, the big bone run or the monkey run, something like that. You know, the real low tier stuff.
Little cup, but for Bloodstained.
Exactly. That's a good way to think about it. Or dog. Gold bull.
Oh, that'd be a fantastic, fantastic lucky drop if it was good.
Unfortunately, Mark's getting walled by the RNG boss. It's a tough one. It's a tough boss to beat. For the record, these reflector ray pads are as finicky as they look. 100%.
I don't know why he's not just going right. Reflector ray is long enough, you can head straight to the right on that wall. I'm not quite sure why he's hitting the mirrors, but yeah, it's definitely really wonky with those mirrors.
To be fair, it is cool. Oh my god, Marks is still doing this farm? Iga, please. Please give Marks the soul drop, if you don't mind.
Was it Blood Grinder that dropped Aquastream too? Like, this is the one that he doesn't want to skip either.
Exactly, yeah.
So this is just a lose-lose situation. Last second reflector ray dodge.
This is so brutal for Marks. Let me talk about unlucky. We're at like, what, 3 minutes of Blood Grinder?
And that's so rough because he might feel the need to like not gamble because this is he's down a peg, but
Yeah, potentially final game of Marks' tournament life. That's an interesting call here from Axel. What I would do if I was Axel, probably, is farm shield outside and then just drop down. Because you can't get to the other part of this anyway. Or you could do Larage too, if you want to be extra safe. And little does Axel know, he's got plenty of time for this. So this is the right call.
Mark is checking to make sure he didn't somehow get it already.
Oh, there it is. Nice RNG minute. That's just brutal. 4 minutes or something.
It's debatable if he would have lost more time for gambling it. That's unfortunate. Alright, at least he got a lucky Barbados.
I guarantee Marks is now in the mood to gamble. We're going to see some epic Ordog and Shield Outsiders skips, I'm sure.
We already know Ordog isn't any good. It's Gold Bullet, so definitely.
And Larage was... did we see Larage?
I don't think he'd gotten it yet. Maybe I'm wrong.
So no backup
whole set.
Zangetsuto, but we got the complete Valkyrie set now. Very cool. It's coordinated. A coordinated outfit.
All the luck.
Oh my god, he's dead. Oh my, Axel.
Axel.
Slightly irresponsible gameplay. Well, that would have been a difference maker.
I know we're up a game, but we can't play it that risky. Something makes you wonder if Axel's just all in. I think he's got a risk ring on. Yeah, I think he's just all in.
A little YOLO. Well, game 2 YOLO. Look, if you're gonna YOLO, doing it in a game up makes sense. You got some wiggle room. Oh, hey, it's vanilla.
Okay.
That's something else I've noticed. A lot of recent vanilla craft works. Could be important. Although still no inverts.
Yeah, in this case with them getting Deep Sinker, it matters because that craft work was like. No, that craft work prevented a. No, they have Aqua Stream. It prevented fighting Alfred. Though they could still Reflector Ray up the waterfall. Still, they aren't really tempted to go see Alfred. They can just head to library.
Now that would be a really cool route. Would you do that, or would you do Bloodless in that situation?
The Reflector Ray?
Yeah.
I've done the waterfall one before. It's a little tricky, but because you ride that chair up, but once you get out of there, you're going straight to Andre Elphys.
Oh, do you have to ride the chair? Is Reflector Ray with Coyote Jump not enough?
I don't think so.
Ooh, okay.
Reflector Ray Coyote Jump is what gets you to the chair. And then
That's something that
ride
might be
the
worth
chair to the
practicing.
top.
It sounds interesting.
It lets you skip Alfred, and Alfred can be a huge time sink. Highlight on Marks is it Dimension Shift on Gargoyle?
Are you kidding me? Hang on. Whoa, Marks might be ahead. No, don't fight Craftwork. No.
Who cares about Craftwork saving the day?
Oh
Let's go
man.
beat the game.
Just go in.
They both have. They have access to food too,
'Cause
because
see-
Howlite and they can buy rice.
In this one situation, Axel going around to open up the shortcut doesn't matter because you can just climb right on up. But because of this Craftwork fight, it's going to be a little bit of a time loss.
It's always Gargoyle.
Well, that's huge. This is once again a race. In terms of combat, though, we're still looking for a Dark Element Shard or a Jeebles.
Yeah. At the very least, if they were desperate, they have Rice and Howlite. They both got that Howlite drop. They can make a lot of food and just go for it with a ton of healing and Aqua Stream, but that'd be slow. Or it'd really slow down.
Now, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves too much here. We are still looking for the Zangetsuto. It's not in the backup location. But I think Maximus will have my back on this one. It's almost always top floor. I mean, you got the Chapel check. Then you got the Pinnacle check. If it's not here, it's going to be OSL, which will be quick to check from the back entrance, or it's going to be Dragons, but almost never.
It's almost always above Jeebles. Yeah, and that Pinnacle, like you said, I always call it the convenience check.
It's in the
They're
best
waiting
possible
for
spot,
you.
yeah.
But we'll see. That could definitely make the seed very interesting.
We haven't seen a vanilla in a
But
while.
we have to fight. Yeah.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Dimension shift.
Now, Marks is not opting for the clip up to the ceiling. We've seen that from a couple of runners where it's just, you know, the preference is to just go around. Oh, it's not in Chapel.
Dimension shift.
The clip is kind of awkward, but it saves so much time. I do recommend everyone go for it.
I think when you're down a game, and I don't know how much he's actually practiced it, is definitely one of those. I think he's trying not to risk it at this point. But at this point, also risks are kind of what he needs.
Dimension shift.
Axel's just zooming ahead.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Hey you! Hey you! Ah! Dimension shift. Take this. Dimension shift.
Big moment here. Is it in the convenience spot?
Yeah, he has the Wily jump up there. I don't think we've seen this in a while either.
Gotcha. Dimension shift.
There it is.
Of course. Of course. Okay, so now it is true go mode.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Dimension shift.
Well, that's interesting. The Caribou's familiar will tell you the staircase looks suspicious. I guess that does count as a breakable wall, sort of.
Next time, obey.
That damage is insane. That risk ring is risky, but I mean it's paying out. And skull necklace too. Oh my gosh.
Oh, my faithful.
Axel realizing, wait, I got a dimension shift up there.
You know, I've been told there's a way to do that with a single jump, but I've never seen it.
Oh, I would not know. That either dimension shift, reflector ray would have let him do it too, but there's also no way to really get up here without either movement or dimension shift like that.
Yeah, you're always gonna have some non-reflector ray option.
What are we transmuting this
Unless you
time?
took the long way
I'll
here,
go with this.
but that very rarely happens.
Great.
You got rice balls, boss. I think it's definitely good to just settle for rice balls and run.
Oh, Hellhound. I think you gotta buy that.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I don't blame him. That lucky, those emergency glasses spots might
I'll go with this.
serve.
I mean, Vaskia is still really, really good, but Hellhound's slightly better. Cool. And we haven't seen too many shard enhancements this tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, what would you like
Yeah,
to
I think part of that is a lot of our top tiers don't really need them.
It's true.
Hellhound being one of the more popular ones to upgrade, but how often have we truly seen Hellhound? So it's one of those things. I guess he's going for his big shopping spree early.
Thank you. Is it all? Thank you. Oh, what would you like to buy? Is leisure doing
EXE
business?
there's okay, you can get two
Leisure
at
doing
least.
business.
Big shopping trip for Axel. It's a time investment, but a lot of good stuff. I think ready for the end game.
Definitely. Whether he does or doesn't find glasses on the way, he doesn't really have a reason to head back. So at least he got that out of the way. Now he's just heading straight for the end. Or at least I think he is. Marks is taking the back way to library.
Not a bad call. Just go ahead and commit to this early. You do get that bonus accessory as well. And the
Accessory
books.
and book.
And I think Marks is calculated out in advance. This is going to be a first try drop. Fall Tayab. Oh, not quite. Got some oil. That's something. Oh, you know what? I think we're going to see... Oh, no way. Lucky. I was going to say, I think we're going to see Axel farm some of these purples. Because now all you're looking for is combat, right?
That is true, because all they really have is Aqua Stream, and that doesn't really help as much for Dom.
Dimension shift.
Because while they have the healing to force it, and then I feel like they have the EX ethers to Aqua Stream Veil a good amount, they're still risking having very slow fights.
Curse you.
I think we're going to see a meme check here.
I think so too. I think Glasses just solves every problem we've got. Suddenly you can Hellhound and Dom is solved.
Unicorn ring. I mean, it's actually not bad. That'll boost healing properties of the potions and so on. But yeah, that's a good like 45 seconds now for a unicorn ring.
At this point though, with how risky he's played and how far ahead he's gotten, he might feel like he's got the time to do that.
It's true. Yeah, and look, I mean, at this point in this kind of situation, there are multiple accessories that can work out. Unicorn ring definitely kind of helps. Another risk ring would be huge, because at that point your defense is basically already 0 anyway. Double is just better. Maybe a black belt. Anyway, it's vanilla double jump for Marks on Andre Alphas.
That's pretty nice actually.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift.
Without
Dimension
invert,
shift.
I think that
Dimension shift.
helps solve
Dimension
cat
shift.
heads. At the very least, you can bounce on the cat head. Oh, lava.
Dimension shift.
99 rice balls, huh?
I said they have the healing to brute force it. It's just it'd be slow.
It'd be slow. Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift.
What was the accessory for Marks?
He got cut purse, and the dragon one I don't remember being that any good.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think Marks is just fishing for accessories. There's another one in tower, and then there's one on garden on the way back. He might be just going for those. Or there's 2 in tower. My mistake. So he might be fishing for glasses just so he can fly to the end with all that power.
I kind of like the idea that if you're going to do the library from top floor route, you also do the accessory check behind the bookshelf. It's not too far out of the way.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Oh. Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Dimension shift. Dimension shift.
Also, Marks can go for bird on the way, see if Celiano has a good purple on it. So this turn's a little bit of a slow farm.
Dimension shift. Dimension shift.
I think at this point with all that healing, slow and steady might just win it for Axel if he bum rushes it.
It is possible that we got like 90 rice balls left. It's possible that's not enough. Basically, like every 10 rice balls is like an EX potion. So it should be enough.
Be careful about. Yeah, wrist ringing could probably mess it all up.
That's what I was
If
thinking.
Does it on the wrist ring. Some of those attacks hit hard, and wrist ring, they get close to one-shotting you. Emergency glasses? No.
No double bailout. That would have been something.
Yeah, and since we're already set up, I guess he's just going for it.
I think it's a good call. If you do happen to die to a Dominique Bale beatdown, then you know it's fine. You'll have game 3 to work with. But I think you gotta assume you've been playing well, good aggressive routing, infinite healing. Might as well press your luck. If you can capitalize, then you win. And you're on to, I believe it's losers semis next up. We're getting down to the end of the bracket here. Very exciting.
You can see the difference. Like, unfortunately, Marx's route didn't pay off, but it looks like Marx is going to be entering Den and Axel fighting Dom around the same time. Like, you're an entire Den behind. That's pretty significant, but...
A nice
Double
moon
jump.
belt. Where did Axel get that?
He got it in Den.
Oh.
And one of the blue chests was green in Den. He just never put... I don't know if he ever put it on.
Yo, slight chance for Marks, maybe?
That double jump will speed up Marx, definitely. And then Moonbelt.
With 1 or 2 deaths here, Marks is still in this. Okay, 110 with no risk ring. That's a lot of damage.
Yep. Classic Dom. This is definitely, yeah, I see the strat he's going for is it's hit her with poison, melee her all the way down, and then save all that MP healing for Vale. Just to focus Vale down as fast as possible.
It's a good strat.
Oh,
Tisserate. Take this.
it's definitely gonna be slow and steady, but I think Marx is gonna be in the same boat too.
Yeah, even with the books, it's not going to be that much quicker. It's not like glasses versus no glasses or something like that. It'll be relatively patient for both players, but Marks will have the combat lead. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually getting really nervous for Axel here. Only 83 rice balls remaining.
I think his biggest fear is things that can 1 or 2 shot, like his Rosian or some of the attacks from Bale.
Yeah, maybe the demon, like saw blade attack. That one with the risk ring might be enough to one shot.
It's good there. I've just realized Mark still has to do shopping.
Okay, so call your shot in the chat. Which of these is it gonna be? Is it gonna be OS Frog? Is it gonna be the Pepe Please Demon? Or is it gonna be Cat Jam?
I'm believing on the OS Frog at this point. He gets Frog, he's got those 2 EX Ethers and half a bar.
Pepe
He's gonna plow
Please.
through.
That's 2 in a row, actually. I believe it was Demon Start game 1 for Axel.
No, I think he had Cat. Because he had the deal
Oh, no,
with
you're right.
Lava.
Yeah.
He
So
cat
everything
Frog,
except
so now-
Frog. Too bad.
No, head stands still, he should have time to at least try to whittle it down with Aqua Stream.
This is going to be just big time damage. Going with the
I
skull
don't know about the
necklace
skull
and the
necklace.
wrist ring. This is potentially a one cycle, although, man. Ooh, okay.
I
Careful.
feel like the skull necklace might be a... He has 5 high ethers? Never. I'm taking back everything. I didn't know about the high ether stockpile.
The cutscene combo, you hate to see it. That's always feels bad.
Safe ring. Safe ring for the tongue blade. I agree.
Yeah, honestly, good call. Why not?
Make sure you take it off, though. Axel, please take it off.
This is looking really, really good for Axel. I've been loving
It's
all of
just
the
that-
Aqua Stream, Skull Necklace combat, and the healing. It's just, you know, definitely gone through a lot, because this fight's tough, but more than enough remaining. Okay, we got Cat Jam next up.
That was a clean dodge. Ooh, here's where not having double jump's gonna matter, though.
Yeah, with Invert, this would have been an easy 2-cycle. Now I'm not so sure, although pretty close, I think.
Dimension shift.
I mean, he's got so much time to work with. As long as he doesn't die, he's got so much time to work with.
You leave me no choice.
I don't know how much that laser does, though.
124. Or was that the lock? One of the two.
I think I heard a fire sound. I think that was the lava. He really is slow and steady wins the race.
Rice balls are a kind of combat go mode.
Repent.
There we go. Alright, one of each. A cosmopolitan bear, you might say. Here we go. This is gonna be the end of the set right here. One more EX.
And 2 highs. He's got 2 bars left to work with. That's it. Yeah. that's
Very
game.
nicely done. 38-15 final time for Axel. The 2-0 win takes out Dr. Marks and moves on to losers semis. Great set. Let's get our runners in here for a post-game interview. Joined now by the winner of this losers quarters match, Axel. Hello, great gameplay. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good actually about that one.
So we saw a lot
Makes
of
sense.
Skull Necklace Aqua Stream in that game too. Is that something you've been working on? It worked out really well for like Zangetsu 1 and Bale, a couple other places.
I mean, it's pretty much like the most optimal damage I had, so it's just Just use it. Use whatever ethers I have, and hope that I kill it fast enough before I die.
Definitely going for the classic strat there of melee dom, save all of that MP healing to just blaze through Veil as fast as you can.
Yeah, I did get lucky with that Toxic Storm on the Mort, so it's like, just rely on poison.
Were you at all tempted to go library, or when you saw that farming was an option, were you just committed to going to the end right away?
So originally I was gonna go to library, because I'm like, okay, let me grab books. I don't know if Jeebles will be in the lucky spot, and even if I have healing, I don't have much in terms of combat. And then as I was finishing Jeeble, I'm like, okay, Waystone back. And then I realized after I selected the Waystone, wait, I was gonna go library. Oh well.
Looks like we're going to have Dr. Marks joining us momentarily here.
Yeah, they were.
But yeah, actually, it was really good gameplay overall. We were both very impressed. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm kind of...
Oh, just kidding. We had this issue again where we bring Marks into the room, and he just disappears.
Yeah, I think he does it through his PlayStation 4 or PS5, whatever he has.
It's alright. If it don't work, we can all hop in general, I suppose.
It's actually not a bad idea. Let's just do that. All right, let's just do that. Okay, we've all moved to the other voice channel to accommodate Dr. Marks. Hello, Dr. Marks.
Hello.
So, please tell me your thoughts on this set here.
I hate OSL. Hate it with all that I am.
Don't we all?
And what choked me up the second seed? Oh yeah, I hate EO because Blood Grinder was just...
That EU farm was brutal.
Definitely.
That was probably the worst farm on that I think I've ever seen.
My speculation during the match was that once you saw that farm, you were going to be tempted to gamble a little bit. But the chances weren't there because it was Gargoyle right afterwards. Were you planning to shake it up?
I was, like, I mean, the next couple I got pretty quick after that, so, like, I was like, okay, I'm starting to at least get some headway back here, and then, I took the library route because I felt like I needed the vertical movement, which, I mean, double jump isn't great, but it does the job. And then just the quick accessory checks along the way, I figured that was the quickest way to do that, so...
Gotcha. Well, overall, how did you feel about your tournament run for this debut randomizer tournament?
I mean, it's kind of, it makes me laugh the fact that since Yeehaw and Gankra, every match, I think since we've started after like the very first set have all been sweeps. So, I mean, getting swept twice kind of hurts, but I also swept 2 people, so.
Yeah, look, it's the nature of the rando, right? Very volatile. Ended up in 5th place, which is an excellent result.
I'll take that.
And then meanwhile, Axel is moving on to losers semis. You'll be playing the winner of Fran and Amadeus. Any preparation you're going to do for either opponent in particular?
I know Fran likes to do some crazy stuff. Amadeus, I have to look a little bit more into as well.
Well, very best of luck, Maximus. Thanks for joining me on the mic today. Any questions? Any final questions for our runners?
I don't think I have anything. That was just a great run. Some very cool divergences. Very awesome. You guys, despite the luck and the grinds there, you guys got dimension shift that second run at the same time, just about.
Oh wow!
Absolutely crazy. Definitely an exciting set.
Yeah, like when they got that dimension shift, my first thought was, okay, chances are Dr. Marks out already has this, considering I did a weird route in game 2.
He did, just by like a couple seconds. And that's it for me. It was just awesome set to watch.
Yeah, really excellent set. Thank you both very much for putting on a great show.
Thanks for having me.